Most of us have wondered, what does God actually want from me? Is it praying more, being better, fixing everything in your life first? Truth is, it's not about looking perfect or having your life together. God's not standing over you with a checklist. He's looking at your heart. This isn't about pretending to be holy. It's about being real with God and being willing to grow, even when you're a mess. So here are 7 things God actually loves to see in a person. Not because he needs you to impress him, but because these things show that your heart is open to him. And this can only be done by the help of the Holy Spirit. Number 1, a heart that pursues God. No matter what, God doesn't expect perfection. He's after pursuit. You ever feel distant from God, like you failed too many times? David did too. And yet God still called him a man after my own heart. Not because David was perfect. He was far from it. But because he kept coming back. That's what God's looking for. A heart that still reaches for him, even when it doesn't have all the answers. Psalm 63 says, "O God, you are my God. Early will I seek you." Number 2, humility. That's willing to serve, not show off. We live in a world where everyone wants to be seen. But in God's eyes, the quiet acts of service, when no one's clapping, matter the most. Jesus, the Son of God, washed people's feet. He lowered himself. God is looking for people who don't mind going low. Philippians 2 verse 3 says, "Let nothing be done through selfish ambition, but in lowliness of mind, let each esteem others better than himself." Number 4, integrity, when no one's watching. Let's be real. Anyone can put on a show in public. You can look godly, sound spiritual, post the right Bible verse, say all the right things at church. But who are you when it's just you, the silence, and God? That's what integrity is, but being the same person in the dark that you are in the light. The same when no one's clapping, when no one's noticing, when no one's holding you accountable. It's about doing what's right, not for applause, but because you know God sees it. It's praying when no one will ever know. It's choosing honesty when lying would be easier. It's walking away from that temptation, not because you're afraid of getting caught, but because you don't want to break God's heart. God sees the private version of you, the one behind closed doors, the one nobody claps for, and he cares deeply about that you. He honors it. He builds your life on that kind of heart. Proverbs 10:9 says, "Whoever walks in integrity walks securely." And number 5, a soft heart for broken people. Some people are rude, selfish, and unfair, and it's easy to become like them, to shut down and harden your heart. But think about it. Was God harsh with you, even when you didn't deserve his kindness? He wasn't, and he wants your heart to reflect the same grace. Showing mercy doesn't make you weak. It makes you more like him. When you've experienced God's grace, you'll start giving it, even to those who don't deserve it. Real strength is kindness. Real power is mercy. Number 6, faithfulness in the boring, everyday stuff. We all want to do something big for God, but he's watching what you do when it's not big. Can you stay consistent when no one's cheering? Can you be trusted in the small, quiet places? That's what faithfulness is. It's showing up even when it's not glamorous. Luke 16:10 says, "Whoever can be trusted with very little can also be trusted with much." The number 7, courage to stand when it's not popular. Let's face it, following Jesus publicly isn't always easy. You might feel alone in your faith. You might lose friends, opportunities, respect. But God is looking for people who aren't ashamed of him, who will speak the truth and live it, no matter what it costs. Romans 1:16 says, For I am not ashamed of the gospel of Christ. So, how do you actually live this out? Here's the truth. You cannot produce these qualities in your own strength. You might try. You might even fake it for a while. But real love, real humility, real obedience, that kind of change only comes from one place: the Holy Spirit. When you surrender your heart to Jesus, He gives you His Spirit, not just to comfort you, but to transform you from the inside out. It's the Holy Spirit who helps you forgive, who gives you the courage to stand, who stirs your heart to seek God when you're too tired, who reminds you to love when you just want to shut people out. So if you're sitting there thinking, God, I want these things, but I can't do it on my own, that's exactly where He wants you to be. That's honesty. That's humility. That's the place where the Holy Spirit steps in. Don't try to become a better person. Let God change your heart. Start by praying, God, I want to live a life you love. I can't do it on my own. Fill me with your Holy Spirit. Shape me. Change me. I'm yours. That's how it begins. Not by striving, but by surrendering. God isn't impressed by your image. He's drawn to your honesty. So be real, stay open, and let the Holy Spirit do what only He can do.